Well, I've had my dinner. I got a fresh cup of tea sitting next to me. It's time for some more Dark Souls. As you may notice, I decided to put on that armor that I found last time in the forest guarded by stone giants. Or just giants in stone armor, I'm not really sure which they are. I did get it enchanted, and it is now better than the armor I was using. Over it's heavier, and my poise is 46. It's so much heavier, in fact, that I have to use Havel's ring in order to wear it, and still have the medium roll. I do like this armor, but I think for now, at least, I'm gonna stick with the Baldur's armor, because I don't want to be locked into the Havel's ring indefinitely. In time, the stamina will probably be brought up high enough to accommodate the Elite Knight gear, but for now, I want to have some versatility with my rings, and the Ring of Favor and Protection is already locked in place. If I take it off, it breaks. So this is the only slot I have to work with. Okay, right, yes. Never talked to this guy before, but we're doing it today, and I'm going to let his dialogue go. I'm not going to fast forward through the next couple of dialogues.
Did you ring the second bell? That is incredible, I must say. But now we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you.
Well, he was awfully concerned about something.
Damn, that stench. And I was really beginning to like it here. Maybe it's time I do something about it.
That doesn't sound good. But what the heck is he talking about? Oh. Well, who could this be?
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening?
Yeah, that was
I
me.
am the primordial serpent, King Seeker Frat, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the bell of awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment?
This game gives you choices when, for the most part, those choices are kind of an illusion. I'm not 100% sure what happens if you say no, but yeah.
Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel.
Okay, neat. How the heck do we get down Orlando? Yeah, this game doesn't really give you directions or roadmap or anything.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
There's a few things you can do with him. You can feed him items. You can feed him various bits of Titanite, and he will break them down into other bits of Titanite. When you feed him items, he gives you experience for them. I'm not going to be feeding him my sunlight metals. I need those. He can have my cracked red eye orbs. I do not care. I'm not invading. I play offline. Even if I was playing online, when I was experimenting with PvP in this game, I didn't do invasions. And the green blossoms are used to me. Most of this stuff is useful to me. Yep, you can have all the poop you can eat, buddy. Enjoy. Now, the two smallest souls, he'll give you 500 for. If I consume them, I get less than 500. So yeah, you can have them. Anything bigger than that, though, is at best breaking even, and then you start losing out pretty quickly. You can feed this guy the various boss souls. Some of them you get more for him, most of them you don't. Most of them you get more if you just consume it yourself. And I believe there's one he only gives you one soul for. Don't give him the rubbish. It actually does have a use. The coins We only have the copper coin, but there's also silver and gold. The only use is to give it to him. You can also get rid of excess weapons you don't want. I'm not going to sit here and go through all of that. I will do that off camera. Same with armor, rings. Basically, pretty much anything you want, you can give to this guy to get rid of.
Farewell, chosen undead. I remain here and await thee.
Oh yeah, don't step off that, you'll die. Later on you'll be able to survive, but right now you'll die. So he doesn't really tell you where to go, but we got a bit of a hint. Towards the end of the last stream, we saw a giant opening a gate. I never went and investigated the next area, even though I could see it from a bonfire we were at not long ago. That's because I knew it was there. I knew there was a closed gate there. If you had gone up there and investigated, you'd probably go, oh, okay, this is where I go next. In case you're wondering why that guy didn't just run me through, you have a number of frames that you're invincible for when you're performing a backstab or a parry. And there are a couple in your rolls too, not as many though as I understand it. Learning exactly where those invincibility frames are and how to take best use of them is pretty key in PvP. Can't be bothered to learn, because like I said, the PvP in this game, in my opinion, has no balancing whatsoever. It's just not good, so I don't do it. Yeah. Last time we looked there, that gate was closed. Enough experience? I do. I've decided that I'm going to go back to Faith. I want to get this up around 40 sooner rather than later. Before we go through that gate, we're going to deal with that weird headless demon that I showed you in the last stream. Most of these don't respawn. There's one in the game that does. That's magic, so blocking that's not going to do a whole lot with this shield, but that's okay. This is the sweet spot to be on this guy. Eventually he'll jump, or he'll do something that will let him reach you, so you have to watch out for that. Really, if you get in here, you can usually get 2 to 3 hits with impunity. The enemy is using terrain against me. That's no fair. That's supposed to be a player trick. Gotta be careful. At some point he's going to do one of those jumps up in the air and it's just going to come down on top of me as an attack instead of as movement. There we go. So the Demonic Titanite is for improving the various boss weapons you can craft out of the souls of the bosses. I didn't take any damage or use any resources, so there's no point in resting again. Instead, I'm just going to move forward. This place is very dangerous and kind of challenging. For more than just the enemies. The environment itself is sort of out to get you. You'll see what I mean in a couple of minutes. Ah, darn. Sometimes you can use that booby trap to kill one of these snake men for you. Oh, got them both. I thought I managed to only get one. They will drop their sword, and it's not a bad sword, honestly. No reason other than I want to. Yeah, you're about to see why this place has some unique challenges. Yeah. Yeah, this place is a thing. Whoop, missed him. Missed him by a lot. There we go. Goodbye. Downside, he's actually still alive. There he is right there. And there's more of those Titanite demons down here. Oh, hey, I can lock onto him. Neat. Can I actually shoot them? Yup. Well, excuse me while I cheese the heck out of this guy. Oh, did I not equip those poison arrows? No, I didn't. Oh! He came back up. I forgot that that was the thing they could do, and I wasn't... Oh, I'm still alive somehow. Okay. Whew. Oh, right, yeah, that's how we did that. Let's fully heal up. Whoop, no, that's not what I want to do. That is. And let's use the normal arrows, let me make sure I'm hitting. There we go. I'm not 100% sure I can poison this thing. It would seem not. Okay, normal arrows it is. And again, I'm sure this is really boring to watch, but I've never done this before and it's kind of funny. You don't actually have to go down there and kill these things. I want the Titanite. I want the demonic Titanite. Oh, to heck with this. You know what? Let's make this a little more amusing. Think this will hit. Nope. Oh no, it did hit him. Okay. And yeah, he didn't seem to care. Well, I brought that up on myself. Wow. Completely messed that up. Oh, there we go. I wasn't using my shield. I should probably pay attention to what my character is doing. Oh, isn't that nice of them to put my souls and stuff right there? I also had 10 humanity, so I probably shouldn't have wasted that. Or put it at risk, at least. This guy doesn't always get knocked down. Sometimes he magically makes it through all this. Oh yeah, it didn't that time. Okay, I'm just gonna... I'll come back for them later. I don't need to kill them right now. Ooh. Yeah, that lightning bolt is another one of those lizard things that has magic. I make pretty heavy use of my bow in this area. Oh. Ugh. Okay, good enough. This will take a little while, sorry. Oh, tell me it didn't move. Okay, I am still hitting it. Good. I think what's happening is it's being ever so slightly deflected by the pendulums or something. I'm getting impatient myself, and that's not a good thing in this game. Not unless you're remarkably good at it. Okay, yeah, I'm way impatient for this. The heck with it. Probably gonna regret this. Oh no, it's shooting lightning bolts at the wall. I didn't realize. There you are. Go away. We'll be seeing you later. I turned just before you saw it, I think. Yeah, that's nice. You can just stay there. Yeah, keep wailing on my shield, I don't care. Something's coming for you. I love doing that. Gotta go. Ooh. Hey, looky. There we go. I really do love doing that. I think that ring just gives you some armor or something. Versus physical attacks. Yeah, I won't be using that. I just like to pick up the items, especially when they're this easy to get. Oh, right. The launcher's behind me. Those launchers do reset. I don't remember what the trigger for them resetting is. I think it might be like everything else, like dying or leaving the area. Okay. Yeah, time to change my armor. No, I'm not light enough yet. I need to keep that equipped. Oh, do I have a lighter shield? Do. How much lighter? Only a pound. Okay, I'm gonna take some hurt, I think. Yeah. And this one. Oop. Landed on the platform I needed, but didn't hit the snake. Yeah, I'll leave that on for now. Next, I'm going after a very important ring. Well, important if you, like me, are in the habit of farming items. If you don't, less important. I'm going to put my real armor back on for now. Because this isn't a chest. I did successfully remember the first mimic in the game. The chain, if you can see it on the stream, blends into the ground really well for me, is pointing forwards. And, if you watch, it's inhaling. Every once in a while. There it goes. This is a mimic. So I'm going to gain one good shot while I can. Switch back to my shield. Now, if this thing picks me up, it will kill me instantly. So I'd be very careful of that. That is it trying to... Oh, that might not have been it trying to pick me up. Ouch. Oh, it kicked me down an elevator shaft. That was highly amusing. I completely forgot that elevator shaft was even there. Jerk. Kicking me down an elevator shaft. Well played. I would have done it to you too. There we go. So a lightning spear is a spear that's been brought up to plus 10 and then further enchanted to now do mainly lightning damage. The trick is once you do that to an item, it doesn't scale with anything. So my sword does scale with my faith and barely scales with my strength and dexterity. My sword does overall significantly more damage, but as I understand it, these lizard men are weak to lightning. Let's give it a try. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's find out. I just want to make sure I don't get run over here. Here we go. Quickly get off to the side. If you have if you're under 25% of your carry load, and you're confident about your movements, you can actually get in here, get this ring, and get back out. I hope you're enjoying the show. That ring, by the way, is what increases your item find by a significant amount. Yeah, I have 10 floating humanity, so it brings out to the maximum of 410 item find. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm really glad it's harmless down here. This exists purely to not cause you to just insta-die if you fall down that hole before it's full of boulders. If you're quick enough, you can get out. If you're not, a boulder falls on you. This elevator is something of a trap. It makes 2 stops on the way up. You have to get off at the first stop. The clue is that it's soaked in blood. The second stop is a spiked ceiling. And it continues up pretty quick. You don't have much time to move. So that room up there is where I need to go. Where's the boulder going? Not this way. Good. For now, we're going to push it so that the boulder goes this way. And we're going to go back down here, I believe? Yes. We're going to backtrack a little bit because there's somebody I want to talk to that was previously sort of in the path of the boulder. I think that boulder may have just moved again. It did! I completely forgot I could do that. You know what? I think I can talk to him by doing this. Get lighter and faster. Where's Havel's ring? There it is. Yep, that'll do nicely. Ah, good, he's already killed both the lizardmen. This is one of the other genuinely nice NPCs in this game.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am the Dietmar of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a ball, to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too stuffed to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
I know that kind of sounds like they're making fun of an overweight NPC, but honestly, this guy makes it basically everywhere you do. You never really see him in action, but he is a badass. And you meet his daughter eventually, too. Okay, this is going to be nerve-wracking. Where is... There it is. Sounds like that mechanism just moved again. Nope, it did not. Okay. Let's see if I can make it to the top. Next time it passes by, I'm gonna run for it. There's a weird trick you can do with backstep, where you backstep through the boulder. Hate it. Nice. I'm not good at it. I need it to go... Oh, that's the way that Siegfried is. Is that there? Okay. I need this to go this way. Just ever so briefly. That should be good enough. Remember that lizard man that was leaning against a wall? He had a bad day. Okay, yeah, that did terrible damage. I don't know why I thought that would do better than my claymore. I think I have the key to save that guy. I hope I do. This is also nerve-wracking for me. Even though I know stepping forward I won't fall off the edge, I'll step into the cage. It just makes me nervous anyways.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
Now, I'm not going to be learning sorcery, but I'm going to let him out anyways. I mean, I'm not a monster. Okay, yes, I am.
Heavens! Thank you. I'm saved, and I'd love to resume my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Farling Shrine. Speak with me then, so that I may impart my sorcery.
Yeah, I briefly forgot for a second there that I'm playing Dark Souls and I'm the Chosen Undead. So yeah, I'm kind of the biggest scumbag in the game. Now that selector does move around on its own a fair amount, so it's always kind of hard to tell where it's going to be going. I think I'm in the clear though. Well, if not, I'll just die again. That grinding sound, by the way, was the selector moving. I think it moves as you get to different parts of the castle or something strange. Oh, that made me jump. Okay, let's point that in a direction where no one's going to get hurt. There we go. Best bet for this hallway is to just run straight through it. Ow. Normally you survive that. I've never died there before. Way to prove me wrong, hallway. This cloth armor I'm wearing, by the way, actually has pretty good defenses and a number of resistances. Yeah, that was legitimately the very first time I've ever died in that hallway. Oh well. It's not a Dark Souls game if you don't die unexpectedly from time to time. I have really shaky hands. I really hate this place. Okay. That's not even the worst one. Whoops, there's a lizard man right here. I will be taking the other route in a second. I just want to get rid of this one first. Oh, well, thank you for being so accommodating. Sorry about the camera nonsense there. Oops, still alive. Kinda happens in tight confines. There we go. Yeah, I really hate this one. Hi. Ouch. My turn. Okay, that's too slow. Darn. Fine, bow it is. Sometimes if you're lucky, the bow will actually push this enemy off the platform they're standing on. Ow. Like that. Nice. I'm very close to the only bonfire on this entire map. Oh, I hate this pillar. Ooh. This is nerve-wracking. Shit! I did not intend to do that. That was a complete fluke. If I hadn't accidentally did a jumping roll, I would have ran right off the edge of that platform. Also didn't intend to almost step down that elevator shaft. These bomb blasts are a warning. Going for that loot yet would be a bit of a mistake. Here's the only bonfire. I don't know how you would figure that out just organically. Honestly, like, I learned a lot of things by watching another playthrough or reading about it. So I could not find this bonfire. Gonna reverse Halloween and kindle this bonfire. I haven't been having a very good time of it tonight. Oh, I have enough for another level. Yeah, let's do that. Really want to get my faith up to 40-ish pretty quickly. And now, very carefully, step back here. Nothing to do with the cannonballs that are being rained down on the roof. Yeah, don't be there when that happens. That's the guy, that's where all the boulders that were rolling down the ramps are coming from. That giant right there. Oh, right, this is a rapier one. This is a shortcut. I don't have the key to open it just yet, but I will in a couple of minutes. Takes me way back down to the entrance to this place. Yeah, if I get hit by that crossbow bolt, it can potentially knock me off that pathway. That's the boss room, but we're not ready for that yet. For one thing, if I don't deal with the giant dropping boulders, or dropping bombs, it will be dropping those bombs in that boss room. I forgot he'll hit me through the wall. It's only fair, I get to do it to them often enough. I'm really glad those don't explode when I hit them with my sword. Yoo-hoo. Ouch. There we go. Now, we can fight the boss anytime we want, but almost immediately after we do, we're going to be leaving this place. So there's a couple of things I want to do first. Including fighting that giant knight down there. Mainly because I want to get past him. But, yeah. See if I can make this jump. I can't always. I won't die if I miss this. I'll just take a whole lot of damage. Oof, made it. He's just a merchant. I'm just going to move through his dialogue. Green blossoms are useful for restoring stamina. You can get most of this stuff cheaper elsewhere. If you can't be bothered to farm the Baldur's Night gear, he sells it all. Oh, he also sells the armor that Siegfried was wearing. And the steel armor. I forgot he sold the steel armor. Steel armors are really good. Sometimes I do buy that from him. It's extremely heavy.
Nothing at all. Fine then. Rush in like a naked baby.
I do like how all the merchants in the game have something snarky to say if you don't buy anything from them. That's the key to unlock the shortcut. Which, if I'm being honest, I mean, you don't really have to do. Because once you have the bonfire here, you're not gonna, if you die, you're not gonna go back outside the castle. And once you leave this place, you never really have to come back in. The shortcut's only useful if you want to revisit that merchant and buy some of the armor they have. Now, if I don't make this jump, it doesn't matter. There's some stuff down below I can pick up. Oh boy, thud. None of that. No healing. Now that the bombs are no longer dropping, it's safe to pick up the items that were lying on the ground up here. Sorry about that, I really should mute my phone before I start to scream. Yeah, the set that these knights are wearing is actually the set that that merchant was wearing and sells. No, I want to save those. I might be able to use them against the boss. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. No. They can drop parts of their armor, but they don't respawn, so you can't farm them. Depending on how this fight goes, depending on how the NPC acts in this fight here, it can either be challenging or over really fast. Yeah, you did that, so challenging. I really should have been watching out for that. I don't remember if the giant that throws bombs stays dead. Guess we're gonna find out. I'm going to use... Let's get a bunch of this stuff off my hotbar. Use a little bit of this humanity. To, oh, I only need to use one. Oh well. Reverse the hollow. There is an NPC summon, so I want to use for the fight up ahead, for the boss fight. And I don't want to have to come back to the bonfire if I don't have to. I haven't heard any explosions, so I think the guy throwing bombs stays dead. I know if you kill that giant, he comes back. There's no point in killing that giant. Baiting an enemy into attacking you and then striking when the guard is down works against almost everything. There are a few enemies that are pretty good at jumping out of the way or rolling around. But for the most part, it's fairly effective. Put on my heavier armor for dealing with this guy. Oh, I thought he was about to parry, riposte me again. There we go, much better. I'd hate to die and lose these when I'm standing right next to them. And now I have this weapon, which is kind of a fun weapon. Do I have the dexterity to use it? No, I don't. Okay, never mind. If you have the dexterity to use it, the R2 attack is a very quick 3 stabs. Oh yeah, you see how the chain curves back? That means that these are not mimics, these are normal treasure chests. And that ring of rare sacrifice is going to be really important later. This game has a trope that a lot of really old games have. It has a must-lose fight. And without that ring of rare sacrifice, you can be in pretty bad shape depending on how you die in that must-lose fight. Okay, time to go fight a boss. Time to go summon an NPC helper and then fight a boss. You know what, I'm here, I'll open it up. Unfortunately, you do have to ride down in it the first time. The only downside to opening up this, this shortcut is potentially that guy can hit you just as you step out, but once you step back in, you're safe. Actually, I think I took a bit of damage there. Still, he can't knock you out of the cage down into the Titanite demons. Be really disappointed with my shaky hands if I walk right off the edge of one of these pathways. Table out of the way. This is Iron Tarkus. This guy can basically solo the next boss. I've actually stood there and watched him kill the boss. It doesn't always work, but sometimes he will. Sometimes the next boss picks him up and throws him off the top of the building, and then you're on your own. That is extremely rare, though. Meet the Iron Golem. Yeah, Tarkus? Go get him, boy. No, don't turn around. Go get that thing. That's kind of why I brought you here. Thank you. Ow. Wasn't paying attention. Oh good, these do have reasonable effect against him. When they hit. Oh no, don't look at me. Yeah, that was his attempt to grab, by the way. No. Hey man, Iron Tarkus is right behind you. He's way more dangerous than I am. Ouch. None of that, come on. Oh, please don't throw him off the edge. Okay, good. He didn't. Also, if I remember correctly, he's invincible when he's got somebody picked up. So. Really do need to remember to start muting my devices when I stream. Ah, good, he's off balance. And he's dead. The weapon you can make with that core of the Iron Golem is the axe it was using against you. You need to be incredibly strong to use it, though. And now we just go look at the energy donut. And we get a demonic taxi ride. Yeah, we were told to get to Anne Orlando, not how. Turns out the reward for killing an Iron Golem is a demonic taxi ride. It's a very pretty area.